What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Benchworks Garage. Second update of the day. Tomorrow we're going to be moving some more cars, so while I'm going to try my best to do some recording so I can share all of that with you, I figured I'd give you a little update on what we got done today. So, first and foremost, the 34 Plymouth. We got all of the grime and debris cleaned out from the inside. Both my dad and I were pretty shocked that the window regulators in this car still work. The interior is cleaning up fairly well. We got the old headliner cut out. Somebody had previously placed some fiberglass over the area where the previous soft top was. So it's kind of like a sunroof, if you will, but it's like convertible type material, so you can open that up there. But it cleaned up nice, shows that the body is in overall pretty good condition considering the age. There are a couple of dents. We can see back here the trunk needs a little bit of alignment. There's a little dent here, but actually it looks worse in videos than it really is in person, and there's access on the back side inside of the trunk area, so that's not going to be that bad to dolly out. Having taken the grime off this thing, we're really confident now at this point that this is going to be a good car for somebody either to restore or hot rod. As you can see back there, this little pinhole over by the other inside wheel well, but for the most part this thing is really pretty solid inside, and that's super cool given the age. Under hood all cleaned up pretty nice, and just getting the grime from the barn off of these cars makes a world of difference. You can suddenly see the potential in these things, and it's exciting to be here and see just how they look after washing all of that off. Which brings me to my next point, the Newport. We found registration and some other documentation inside the car documenting this thing being in California for quite a long time, and we're really happy that although a little bit of moisture has been held in the carpets and it's started to scale just a bit on the floors, these holes over here are actually mounting for the seats. Outside of that, in the area up front where, you know, people would have put their shoes in here on the carpet with wet feet and whatnot, the inside of this car is really solid, and that's something we weren't expecting, but are really happy about, of course. Kyle's done an absolutely incredible job cleaning up the door panels in here. As you guys know, there was a little bit of mildew in here from it being in storage, and it's cleaned up really nicely. The dash is all now completely clean. We still have to sort out what's going on up here. It almost looks like somebody had mounted something at some point, and this light blue spot here is actually some kind of paint that's still just stuck to the vinyl. So we need to figure out how to get that off there without damaging the dash, or at least minimizing the damage to the dash. But the whole rest of the dash is all cleaning up very nicely. And door pads look really clean. Coming out here, coming around to the engine compartment, we got the shift mechanism freed up. Turns out it was just a matter of a bushing, a washer, and a pin on part of the shift linkage. So we removed that, replaced it with some parts that we have here, and now that's going to be shifting nice. We do need to order a washer reservoir. This thing is like a saltine cracker. It's just fried which now that we know it spent some time in California really makes sense. That heat just cooked that old plastic. But other than that, we have not done any work in the engine compartment yet, and it's all looking really well, especially the inner wheel wells. These things are super solid. So we're going to be starting on cleaning up the engine bay over the next couple of days. The underside of the hood looks really nice. The original insulation on the underside of the hood is in pretty nice condition. Even latches and things that typically kind of rot around the underside of the hood, those are in pretty nice shape. So we're going to start on that. Because this is not a rare GTX or Roadrunner or something like that, we're considering replacing the carburetor that was on here and the intake manifold with, say, a 4-barrel Wien and a nice Edelbrock or something like that. Still keeping it quite period correct, but helping the performance a little and also the reliability. So if you guys have any comments on that, or maybe you've got some parts, feel free to let us know. Other than that, the rest of this is just going to get cleaned up. We're of course going to be doing tune-up, oil changes, fluid changes on the rear differential, the transmission, plugs, wires, cap, rotor, all of that. Doing everything we can to make sure that this is a good Sunday cruiser. Go and get yourself some ice cream with the family, and given the price point on the car, that's going to be very attainable for somebody. Kyle's working on right now the top. This top is in really nice shape. It just hadn't been conditioned for a while, so if I can show you a little bit over here, you can still see a little spot that was just a bit dry, so we're putting some what did you end up using, Lexol, Kyle, or?
I ended up using the Mother stuff.
Mother's, okay. So this vinyl is still in really nice condition up here, and is coming back, and it's soft, so we're not worried about this cracking and splitting. The glass and the trim work here, we haven't even shined any of this up yet, and it's all in really nice shape. We do have a little bit of the rear pad here that we need to address over one of the speakers. I'm not quite sure what direction we're going to go with that yet, but this is going to make a very affordable, fun weekend cruiser for somebody. So we're really happy about that. So thank you guys very much for watching. I really appreciate all of the comments on Sloppy, on the videos, on my page. It really means the world to us. If you haven't subscribed already, please do that. I want to get this stuff out there. I want to share the experience that we are going through right now as we try to track down still a dozen cars missing, and the progress of working through what we've already found, what we've secured so far, what we still need to move. We still have 2 whole buildings essentially full of trim, wheels, engines. We have just the other day a tri-power manifold and carburetors we found that is an extra for a GTO that doesn't even exist. We have a tri-power GTO, we have a complete engine for that car, we're going to be featuring that soon, but in addition to that, we've got more parts that will eventually be sold after we get them cleaned up, and we want to share all of that with you. So thank you very much again for your support. I really hope that you're enjoying this at least in some part as much as we are. Have a great night.